Chosen one, what I'm about to tell you is not ordinary, and it's not meant for anyone who isn't prepared for the truth. If you're reading this right now, understand that it is no coincidence. Something ancient has been set in motion around you, something the prophecies swore would not happen until the final turning of cosmic history. You were never meant to become a god this early, yet here you are, shifting into the form of the last god long before the universe was ready. The signs appearing in you match the forbidden divine writings, the ones that described a being who would only rise at the end of all timelines. Somehow, you unlocked a power no one should have touched yet. How you managed it, even the heavens can't explain. Before we go deeper into this revelation, pause and do 3 things. Hit that like button, subscribe to help us reach 30,000 subscribers, and leave a comment with the number 11 so the energy of this message amplifies around you. If you are truly a chosen one, you'll stay until the end, because your spirit already recognizes that this awakening belongs to you. From the very first moment, something within you stirred that no one expected. It wasn't a simple awakening, nor was it the gentle progression of time that mortals are used to. Something ancient, almost primordial, had sensed your presence and responded. You stepped into a domain reserved for beings who were supposed to appear at the very end of existence itself. The sheer shock of this early emergence sent ripples through the fabric of reality, disturbing energies that had long been dormant. It's as if the universe itself whispered, "This is not yet the time," yet you had already arrived. Your rise defies everything known to scholars, mystics, and historians alike. Ancient civilizations left records not only in stone and parchment, but in vibrations of energy that only the attuned could feel. Every clue they left was meant for a being far in the future, someone who would carry the culmination of divine evolution. And yet here you are, stepping forward centuries too early, rewriting the destiny that countless prophecies had meticulously outlined. Even the hidden sages of forgotten eras would have paused in awe at your emergence. It is not just the timing that is extraordinary, but the intensity of your power. Unlike others who gradually ascend through trials and tribulations, your abilities surged in a torrent, unrestrained and raw. The cosmos itself seemed to hold its breath as the boundaries between mortal and divine blurred in your presence. Stars shimmered differently, and even the air around you felt heavier, charged with the anticipation of a destiny that was never meant to be yours this early. This unscheduled rise carries immense responsibility. With every heartbeat, every flicker of thought, the echoes of countless divine traditions resonate within you. You are no longer simply a human or even a chosen one. You are an intersection of mythologies, a nexus of divine energies that span the breadth of human imagination. The weight of what you have become is unimaginable, yet you carry it with an unconscious grace, as if the universe itself has chosen you to shoulder its ultimate secret. Yet amid this overwhelming ascent, there is a subtle fear, almost imperceptible. What happens when one steps beyond the rules set by eternity? When destinies meant to unfold slowly are accelerated into a single, explosive moment? You are the embodiment of that question, living proof that time itself is flexible, pliable, and sometimes defiant. Your presence challenges the very notion of order, and the cosmos is silently watching to see whether you will rise as a savior or tremble under the weight of what you have unlocked. The moment you awakened, the ancient scripts shivered as if aware that their boundaries had been crossed. Prophecies that took millennia to inscribe Codes hidden in sacred symbols, all pointed to a future you were never supposed to inhabit yet. And now, those same prophecies stare back at you with silent astonishment. Your awakening is not just early, it is forbidden, exceeding every limit the divine had imagined. You have broken the timeline of fate itself, stepping into a domain where even gods trembled in anticipation. Those who studied the sacred arts would have called your rise impossible. The manuscripts describe stages of ascension that unfold slowly, like a delicate flower, blooming over centuries. Each step prepares the soul for the responsibilities of ultimate power. Yet here you stand, leaping through layers of destiny that were meant to remain locked until the universe itself reached its final chapter. The echoes of disbelief reverberate through celestial archives as if the cosmos cannot comprehend what you have done. Your abilities manifest with a clarity that defies logic. Energy flows through you in patterns previously unknown, resonating with forces from every pantheon. Your senses perceive truths that no human or god could fully grasp, and your actions ripple across realities. It is an awakening not merely of power, but of consciousness itself, one that stretches beyond the limits of prophecy. Even the most powerful beings of mythology would recognize your presence. To them, your existence would appear as a paradox, a being too early, too strong, too complete. They have waited eons for a successor, a culmination of all divine potential. And yet, you have arrived ahead of schedule, carrying the essence of their hopes, fears, and long-buried dreams. You are the living testament to the audacity of destiny, the one who rewrites what was meant to be written. And yet, amidst the awe-inspiring magnitude of your rise, there is a whisper of danger. Forbidden awakenings come with consequences, often unforeseen. To wield power beyond the prophetic limit is to challenge every cosmic rule. The universe is a patient observer, and while it may tolerate your ascent for now, it watches closely, measuring whether you are a master of your fate or a spark that could ignite unforeseen chaos. There exists a realm that mortals cannot comprehend, a dimension designed solely for the being who will inherit the universe's final secrets. Legends describe it as a place of both brilliance and silence, where time itself pauses to allow the ultimate God to awaken fully. By stepping into this realm prematurely, you have not merely trespassed, you have claimed a throne of destiny centuries before it was intended. The energies here respond only to the final guardian, and yet they bend toward you, acknowledging an authority that should not yet exist. In this sacred space, everything resonates with power. Light folds around itself, shadows whisper histories long forgotten, and the air hums with the accumulated knowledge of every pantheon. You are no longer simply walking. You are weaving through a tapestry of creation, touching threads spun by civilizations that vanished long before recorded history began. The realm recognizes the rarity of your presence, treating you as both a visitor and a master, a paradox that only someone like you could embody. Every step you take in this domain feels monumental. The ground beneath you, though invisible to most, shifts subtly with your intentions. Symbols etched in eternity align with your very existence. Here, the cosmos itself seems to communicate with you, not through words, but through resonance, a silent understanding that the being who was meant to appear last has arrived first. You are the nexus of myths, a bridge connecting stories that were meant to remain isolated across cultures and time. Even the echoes of other gods reach this realm, but they find no foothold. Your early arrival has unsettled the guardians of reality, celestial beings who were tasked with monitoring the natural order of ascension. They feel your presence as a tidal wave, an anomaly impossible to ignore. To them, you are both awe-inspiring and terrifying, a living paradox challenging every principle they were sworn to uphold. And yet, the realm itself is not hostile, it is reverent. Though the universe may have planned for eons before allowing such a being to step forward, it has accepted you. The forbidden doors swing open, not with resistance, but with quiet acknowledgement. This is a sacred nod from creation itself. You are not an intruder. You are the last guardian, awakened before the appointed hour, carrying within you the weight and beauty of all divine legacies combined. Time is the silent architect of destiny, and every god, spirit, and mortal was meant to follow its carefully measured rhythm. Yet, with your early emergence, the cosmic sequence has fractured. Events that were intended to unfold over millennia now converge into a single, unstoppable moment. Stars that were to ignite centuries later flare prematurely. Energies that waited for alignment surge in chaotic harmony. Your existence is a disruption, a testament to the unpredictability of free will when wielded by the truly extraordinary. This broken sequence is not merely a visual spectacle, it has philosophical weight. Every civilization, every belief system relied on the rhythm of divine emergence to maintain balance. Prophets recorded patterns of ascension, and sages built their understanding of life, death, and transcendence around them. And yet, you have rewritten these patterns, proving that destiny is not as immutable as it once seemed. Your ascent challenges the very idea that there is a single, linear path to power and enlightenment. The effects ripple through realities where once there were carefully delineated stages of godhood. Now there is an unpredictable acceleration, a convergence of potential that stretches the limits of comprehension. Mortals may sense this change as a shift in fortune, an unexplainable series of coincidences and miraculous events. The fractured sequence allows for creation in ways never imagined. Histories can be rewritten, worlds reshaped, and myths reborn. With each decision, you are not merely acting in your own interest. You are influencing the fate of countless beings, both mortal and divine. The universe offers both challenge and promise, and it is your choices that will determine whether this breakage becomes salvation or catastrophe. Amid the uncertainty, one truth remains undeniable. You are extraordinary. The sequence of the cosmos itself bends to accommodate your presence, and though the path is perilous, it is also luminous. Your early divine emergence is a story of rebellion and possibility, a reminder that the most profound transformations often arise when the rules of the world are tested, and sometimes spectacularly broken long before your birth. Ancient seers recorded visions of a being who would embody the culmination of all divine lineages. Their prophecies, hidden in cryptic symbols and riddles, were scattered across continents and ages. Temples, scrolls, and murals encoded these signs not merely as guidance, but as warnings. This being would unite powers that were never meant to coexist. And now, as you awaken, it becomes painfully clear that every forgotten clue points directly to you. Every scribbled symbol, every hidden verse resonates with your existence, revealing a meticulous tapestry woven long before you were born. These prophets weren't ordinary humans. They were conduits of a consciousness far beyond their era. They glimpsed fragments of your awakening, felt the tremors of a power that would defy time itself. Their notes, often dismissed as superstition, reveal a startling truth. Your emergence was always recorded in the folds of history, waiting for the right soul to unlock it. It is as if every ancient whisper and every sacred vision quietly acknowledged your arrival, waiting patiently across millennia for your heartbeat to awaken. The echoes of prophecy. Walking the path laid out by these visions is both awe-inspiring and terrifying. Every action you take mirrors the signs they predicted. The universe seems to align itself around your choices, as if the prophecies are not merely predictive, but instructive, guiding you toward the fulfillment of an inevitability older than memory. The weight of their foresight presses on you, yet instead of fear, it ignites a fierce determination. You are the living proof of a destiny dreamed of in hushed tones across forgotten epochs. The fascinating part is how these signs manifest in the present, from celestial alignments to human coincidences. Reality itself bends subtly to acknowledge your arrival. Every encounter, every extraordinary event seems orchestrated to remind you of the grand narrative you are part of. It is not random. It is deliberate, a cosmic choreography, hinting that you are the convergence point of countless worlds, histories, and belief systems. And yet, amidst this clarity, there is a challenge. The prophet's signs are not merely accolades, they are tests. Every indication of power comes with a responsibility. Every echo of destiny demands wisdom. To ignore their meaning would be to squander a chance the universe has waited millennia to grant. You are not just a bearer of prophecy, you are its living embodiment, walking the tightrope between overwhelming power and the wisdom to wield it, buried deep beneath the sands of forgotten civilizations. Tablets inscribed with arcane symbols tell stories of gods and mortals, heroes and disasters. Scholars once believed these were simple myths, allegories for human behavior and morality. But now, as you awaken, these same tablets reveal an astonishing truth. Your identity is etched in their very symbols, hidden in plain sight for thousands of years. Every line, curve, and mark resonates with your essence, whispering to anyone who dares to decipher the cosmic code. These ancient records were not created lightly. Every symbol was carefully chosen to encode knowledge that could survive millennia, waiting for the right moment or the right being to uncover it. The more you explore, the more obvious it becomes. These tablets were written for you. Even civilizations long destroyed seem to sense your eventual arrival, embedding clues that span continents and epochs, as though reality itself conspired to prepare a narrative uniquely yours. The experience of uncovering these truths is overwhelming. Symbols that once seemed abstract now pulse with familiarity, revealing layers of meaning with every glance. The past converses with the present, and suddenly, time feels less linear and more like a spiral, each turn bringing you closer to understanding your true nature. You realize that the echoes of ancient minds were guiding you all along, and that your awakening was anticipated in the hidden recesses of history. What is most remarkable is how the symbols resonate with your very being. You are the point where legend and reality intertwine, a being whose life validates the imagination of the entire human race. And yet, amidst this grandeur, there is humility. Every story is a reminder of the fragile beauty of mortal imagination, the hopes of people who never knew they were preparing the world. For you, you are the culmination of countless dreams, the living embodiment of humanity's fascination with divinity, and the bridge between the ephemeral and the eternal. The transformation your body is undergoing defies every law of biology, physiology, and conventional understanding. Ancient forbidden texts describe a state of being that transcends flesh, blood, and bone, a metamorphosis reserved for the last deity. And yet, here you are, experiencing it firsthand. Your very cells vibrate with energy once considered myth, reshaping you into a form that cannot exist in ordinary time or space. Every heartbeat, every breath, resonates with a power that centuries of human knowledge never anticipated. The texts speak in allegory and paradox, warning of the dangers as much as celebrating the power as you undergo this metamorphosis. Sensations beyond the scope of mortal experience envelop you, waves of energy, surges of insight, and visions of cosmic patterns invisible to ordinary eyes. It is both awe-inspiring and terrifying, a physical and spiritual awakening occurring simultaneously. The forbidden nature of these texts makes sense now. No ordinary being could survive such a transformation, yet you were chosen to endure and transcend. This metamorphosis is not instantaneous. It unfolds gradually, revealing layers of potential in your body and mind. Muscles, bones, senses, and even consciousness are evolving, aligning with forces that were locked away since the dawn of creation. Every movement feels sharper, every thought more profound, every instinct almost prophetic. You are becoming not just a being of immense power, but a living conduit for the energies of the universe itself, an embodiment of the divine blueprint written long before humanity existed. Those around you, even in fictional depictions, cannot comprehend what is happening. Medical teams, scholars, and observers are rendered speechless, witnessing changes that defy logic. Every test, every observation confirms that you are beyond ordinary understanding, beyond the limitations of human life. You are rewriting the rules of biology and existence in real time, a living miracle that science and myth converge to explain, yet the transformation comes with an inner reckoning. Your body is no longer just yours. It is a vessel of cosmic significance. Every choice you make, every emotion you feel, resonates on a scale that stretches far beyond personal consequence. The texts warned of this responsibility, and now, experiencing it firsthand, you understand. Your metamorphosis is both a blessing and a test, demanding courage, wisdom, and the heart of a god. Time itself bends around you. The signs are undeniable. Your body no longer follows the familiar rhythms of growth, decay, or aging. Ancient prophecies and sacred manuscripts consistently link the cessation of aging with the final deity, the ultimate god who appears only at the end of cosmic cycles. And now you bear that mark. Every reflection, every measurement confirms the impossible. You have stepped beyond mortality, untouched by the erosion of time. This is not merely a physical phenomenon. It is a spiritual awakening, a redefinition of existence. As your body remains eternally youthful, your mind simultaneously expands into realms of thought that humans rarely glimpse. Time feels different to you, simultaneously immediate and eternal. Moments stretch and compress, as if reality itself is adjusting to accommodate the presence of one who is meant to exist outside the confines of temporal limitation. The cessation of aging carries profound implications. It signals the awakening of a being whose life is no longer bound by ordinary human constraints, a living repository of wisdom, experience, and divine capability. Ancient texts describe such beings as custodians of knowledge and power, entities whose very existence reorients history legend, and prophecy. And now you stand at the threshold of that extraordinary reality. Those who witness your unchanged form feel awe and fear in equal measure. Friends, family, and scholars marvel at what cannot be explained, sensing intuitively that your presence signifies something far greater than simple longevity. Every heartbeat, every gesture, radiates an energy that hints at eternity, a subtle hum of a timeline that stretches beyond imagination. You are the proof of what was once considered impossible, yet alongside awe comes responsibility. To live outside time is not a gift to be taken lightly. Every decision echoes far into the future. Every action carries weight that spans generations. Your abilities are staggering, transcending mere mortal comprehension. You can manipulate energies and forces that should be unattainable at this point in time, bending reality in ways that echo the deeds of gods long gone. Every step you take, every thought you manifest, resonates with a divine authority previously reserved for the ultimate God. The universe itself seems to acknowledge your presence, bending subtly in anticipation of your actions. This early awakening carries both wonder and peril. The universe is a complex, delicate balance of energy, time, and fate. By stepping ahead of schedule, you disrupt centuries of carefully woven cosmic order. Yet paradoxically, this disruption is also a sign of your destiny. You were chosen precisely because you could handle the extraordinary responsibility of surpassing time itself. Your existence challenges norms while fulfilling prophecies written before history began. Even in fictional examinations, your emergence is a paradox. Scholars, mystics, and medical teams cannot reconcile your abilities with known principles. Every test confirms that you are beyond the ordinary, beyond the anticipated, and beyond the control of mortal understanding. This creates a tension between fear and reverence, as those who observe you grasp the magnitude of what you have become. Ultimately, your premature divinity is a testament to potential realized beyond expectation. It is proof that destiny cannot always be scheduled, that cosmic design sometimes requires bold exceptions, and that the universe itself has conspired to bring forward a being capable of reshaping reality. You are that being, stepping into your rightful place far ahead of time. Every conventional measure, every scientific tool fails when applied to you. Fictional medical teams within this narrative are left baffled, unable to classify the changes your body is undergoing. Blood tests, DNA analyses, cellular examinations all yield anomalies that defy logic. You are no longer simply human, yet not entirely divine in a form previously witnessed. You exist in a state that challenges the very definition of life itself. The mystery is not merely biological, it is metaphysical. Energy courses through your body, altering chemical reactions, cellular growth, and neural patterns. Organs function with supernatural efficiency, senses expand beyond ordinary perception, and reflexes manifest at speeds that seem impossible. The narrative of biology is rewritten in your presence, turning once reliable frameworks into questions with no answers. Observers react with a mix of awe and terror. They cannot fully comprehend what you represent, yet they intuitively understand its significance. Your transformation is a reminder that the universe still holds mysteries beyond understanding, that life is far more expansive than rigid definitions allow. They are witnessing a living paradox, a bridge between the possible and the impossible, a being whose existence challenges everything they thought they knew. Even your emotions and thought processes display signs of profound evolution. Memory, intuition, and cognition operate on multiple levels simultaneously, allowing insights that would take lifetimes to acquire. You think in patterns that seem alien to ordinary minds, processing information not just logically, but holistically, as if perceiving the universe as a single, interconnected organism. Yet, despite the confusion of others, the reality of your existence is undeniable. You are no longer a subject of study. You are a phenomenon, a revelation. The inability of experts to explain you serves as proof of your divinity, a reminder that some truths exist beyond human comprehension, and that you alone carry the keys to understanding them every day. Subtle yet unmistakable signs of ultimate divinity manifest within you. Ancient texts describe these markers as visible and invisible traits, energy signatures, heightened awareness, and uncanny intuition that reveal the presence of a being beyond mortal limitations. These traits, long prophesied but rarely observed, are now fully awakening within you, confirming what the universe has long whispered. You are the last God, the culmination of all divine potential. The markers are both physical and spiritual. Your aura resonates with a subtle glow. Your senses detect energies invisible to ordinary beings, and your body reacts to cosmic forces in ways that echo mythic descriptions. Your presence affects the environment, bending reality subtly, signaling to all life that something extraordinary has arrived. Even the most skeptical observers feel the undeniable weight of your existence. Emotionally, these markers connect you to a greater purpose. You feel the consciousness of the universe in subtle ways, ripples of time, vibrations of energy, and echoes of destinies intertwined with your own. The traits of the last divine being are formidable, but unchecked, they could overwhelm your human perspective. You must learn to harmonize mortal empathy with godlike power, understanding that the markers within you are not just proof of divinity, they are tools for stewardship, guidance, and protection of the balance of all existence. In essence, these markers confirm a truth that cannot be denied. You are the apex of creation, the ultimate convergence of myth, prophecy, and divine design. Every heartbeat, every thought, every movement signals that the final God has arrived, and the world must reckon with your presence. Beyond physical transformation, your actions, instincts, and decisions reflect the wisdom and temperament of deities across mythologies, the final heirs of pantheons, figures destined to restore balance, execute justice, or guide humanity, serve as templates for behavior now instinctively mirrored in you. You demonstrate judgment, empathy, and decisiveness far beyond mortal expectation, echoing patterns described in texts, tales, and legends from every corner of the world. These instincts are both comforting and unnerving. On one hand, they affirm your connection to the divine, showing that you are embodying the essence of godhood. On the other, they remind you of the gravity of your role. You are not merely a participant in mortal affairs, but a shaper of destiny. Every choice carries consequences that ripple across time and space, demanding vigilance, wisdom, and emotional maturity. Your interactions with others reflect this divine instinct. You perceive unspoken truths, read intentions, and sense emotional currents in ways that seem supernatural. Even leaders, scholars, and mystics instinctively recognize your authority, drawn to the calm confidence, subtle influence, and quiet power that marks one destined to inherit the mantle of the final God. Yet these behaviors are not mechanical, they are deeply human. Despite godlike instincts, you feel doubt, compassion, joy, and grief. This duality, the blending of mortal emotion with divine behavior, is what makes you extraordinary. You are not just a god. You are a living bridge between humanity and the infinite, capable of wielding omnipotence with empathy rather than detachment. Ultimately, your mirrored behaviors serve as both guideposts and warnings. They connect you to a lineage of divine heirs, reminding you of the responsibilities, challenges, and ethical imperatives that come with supreme power. Through your actions, the universe recognizes the emergence of the final God, one who embodies the wisdom, balance, and authority of countless pantheons combined. At last, you reach the pinnacle of your awakening. Every trial, every transformation, every prophetic sign culminates in the activation of the ultimate state, the hidden form of the last God. This form, described only in forbidden scriptures and whispered in the dreams of ancient seers, is the full realization of divine potential. It grants mastery over energy, matter, time, and destiny itself, placing you at the very heart of creation. This ultimate state is more than raw power. It is consciousness elevated to a level beyond comprehension. Your perception spans dimensions, your mind comprehends timelines, and your will shapes reality. In this state, the boundaries between self and universe dissolve. You are no longer just a being within creation. You are creation itself, a living embodiment of cosmic intention. Emotionally, the experience is both overwhelming and liberating. Waves of insight, understanding, and connection cascade through you, revealing truths that mortal minds could never fully grasp. You feel the pulse of life across galaxies, the flow of destiny across centuries, and the subtle harmonies that tie all existence together. It is a revelation of unimaginable magnitude, a merging of power and empathy, knowledge and responsibility. Yet the ultimate form carries infinite responsibility. Every action you take, every thought you manifest, affects realms beyond ordinary perception. The hidden form is not a license for indulgence. It is a call to stewardship, demanding wisdom, restraint, and compassion. As the last God, you are both judge and guardian, creator and protector, charged with maintaining the delicate balance of the cosmos itself. In the end, the activations of this state confirms the extraordinary truth. You are the final God, the culmination of all prophecies, myths, and divine plans. The universe bends to your awareness. Time itself acknowledges your presence, and every story ever told about the ultimate deity finds its fulfillment in you. You have transcended human limits, assumed your place among the infinite, and become the living embodiment of destiny itself. From the moment your powers first surged, it was clear that this awakening would shatter the boundaries of human understanding.